We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
Well, happy Vlogmas day. Is it day 24? It's day 24. So my day 25 is actually going to be Christmas Eve because it's the 23rd today, but I started filming on the 30th of November. Anyway, that's beside the point. We're making our own rules here. I just got a text message from my neighbour to say she's bringing loon croissants for breakfast. So I better get ready for the day. Funny story. Her husband went out to a Christmas party last night and he couldn't get a lift home. And so at 8:30 she says, could you please come over and sit with the babies who are asleep because I need to go and pick up my husband. And it's no problem at all. I'm like, yes, thank you for asking. And then he came home and he was ready to keep partying, and now she's gone and treated us to croissants. She's the best. She's amazing. Oh dear. So today, besides being treated to fabulous croissants, today I am going to pick up our meat order from the butcher, and then I'm going to prepare the meat. So I'm going to make the porchetta stuffing and roll the porchetta and start the air drying on that so we get some fabulous crackle. I'm going to make the turkey stuffing and roll the turkey breast, and I think that's it. And I need to buy some glasses because I smashed another glass last night by playing, you know, the handsy, that thing. I was teaching my neighbour's daughter how to do it, and I smashed my wine glass everywhere. I know, how Gumby over their freshly painted deck. Anyway, the deck has been christened Dale's deck. So yes, that's what's happening today, and probably some other things, but I just thought I would jump in here. Where is that gone? Looks like we're going with brown today because I don't know where I've put my purple one. Thanks to those of you who have watched my epic Q&A video from yesterday. It was quite a long one. And thanks to everybody who put questions in. They're always very thought-provoking, I find. So I don't rehearse the answers to the questions or prepare for them. I just, you know, say what's coming. And, you know, maybe that means that I share a little bit more than you expect. What have I done there? Did I even put any on my other eye? Oh my goodness. This one looks like I've got a black eye. I watched Yota's Christmas last night. She was telling some Christmas stories, and it reminded me of a funny Christmas story from my childhood. I was the eldest of 3 kids, and it was my job to read with my brother to help him read and to learn to read. And we were sounding out words. And like, this goes back to maybe he was like 4 or 5. So I would have been 8 or 9 or 10. And Christmas came, and so he was reading the Christmas cards as a part of his reading practice, and someone had written a card that said Merry Xmas in it, and so he sounded out Xmas to Schmash. So now in our family we always say Merry Schmash. And that probably happened 30 years ago, and it's still funny, I think. I'm sure he doesn't think it's funny, but, you know, that's one of my favourite Christmas stories. And another one, Yoda was talking about putting puppies in a box. And if you haven't seen her video, go and check out her Vlogmas. But one morning we woke up and we always went to our stockings first for some reason because they had all the fun stuff in them. And and one year the stockings had those party poppers that you pull and they explode like silly string everywhere. Yeah, well, we found those and we were popping those, and then underneath the sheet there was all this kerfuffle, and so we pulled the sheet off of the furniture, we thought it was, because we hadn't really noticed it, and there were 3 birds in a big bird like aviary for Christmas, and we'd almost killed them. And it's change the sheets day again because Mr. Addiction spilled coffee in the bed. So it's the final day of the Peony Parcel Advent Calendar as well today, and everything's kind of coming to a culmination, isn't it? So I don't know why I'm doing these jazz handy things, but this is it, number 24. Let's see if we can beat unicorn poo. Oh no. It's gone downhill. It's gone downhill. I mean, they're all useful things, but it started out with such a bang. All right. Oh, it's not good, peoples. It is a soap. It's a goat's milk soap. Made in New South Wales, handmade. Who uses cake soap anymore? Oh dear. All right, well, it hasn't been a total fail. Look at my haul of beauty products. Thanks to those Adore Beauty and Peony Parcel Advent Calendars. On the whole, I do recommend them both. They have been full of great goodies, and certainly a lot more than you would expect from an Advent calendar. So I will look at them again next year, but I will also look at some other ones. This is the first time I've ever done Advent calendars, and it was great fun. So we are going to make some coffee and go and enjoy some Lune croissant with the neighbours, and then I'm going to go out and about and pick up my meat order and try and find some glassware, because we don't have a set of 6 glasses that match anywhere in the house. Because that means you've had a good time, right? If you've got all your glass sets that match, you haven't had a good enough time if you haven't smashed some glasses. Anyway, that's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. Today I've decided to put in my LV Cruiser earrings because if you can't dress up at Christmas, when can you? So I'm wearing this little kind of cropped top, and I've got this, I'll show you later, but I've got this lemon skirt on, so getting all festive. Mr. Addiction's just bought me a coffee. You like to do this on camera, don't you? Like just to just to make sure that people know how wonderful you are. Oh God. And he's put his, if you can see, you can't see, he's put an initial on top of the coffee for me. It's very special, darling, thank you. Don't we love a Christmas fridge? And this is not even full yet. There's a heap of stuff downstairs. But I love it. I love all the food. It's time to get cooking and preparing. So I went and did my meat pickup. Luckily, I checked everything because the pork belly wasn't in there. So today I'm going to prepare the pork belly because it needs to air dry, or the porchetta. So here is 2 kilos of pork belly and some Italian sausages. And these have got fennel in them, but I'm also going to add fennel to fresh fennel seed to the mix as well. I went to the florist and all I wanted was some greenery to go on my table, and they wouldn't sell me any. And then as I was driving home, I saw a tree and I just stole some. I mean, it was on the verge, so technically it's council property. So I just grabbed this and I thought that'll be beautiful on the table. It's very Australiana. So bye now, bonus. All right, so I'm just going to start by toasting some fennel seeds. So I've got a pan on the cooktop from toasting some pepita seeds yesterday. So I'll just pop that on and we'll toast these and then we'll bash them with a mortar and pestle so that we've got some beautiful, nice, fragrant fennel flavour. Fennel's so good with pork, so we'll let that do its thing. Okay, so what am I going to put in this? I'm going to put some thyme in it. I'm going to put some sage in it, some salt, some pepper, some whole grain mustard, just because, and a few recipes that I'd been perusing because, you know, I make it up as I go, had lemon zest in it. So I'm going to add some lemon zest as well, just for fun. And what I'll do is I'll probably get like 3 or 4 of these sausages and just squeeze the meat out of the skin, because it's already been seasoned and it's already beautiful and fatty, and it's going to keep the pork belly nice and moist. So yummy. Pork belly rolled, stuffed. Well, it's now a porchetta, and this is just going to sit uncovered in the fridge downstairs with all the wine, because it will smell because of all the goodies in there. It's going to sit uncovered until Christmas lunch, basically, so that all this skin dries right out, and then once it's dried out, we would add our salt and our oil. So it's just important to dry it right out. I've made that rookie mistake of covering it, thinking that I was being hygienic and all of that, and I actually ruined the crackle, and you just don't want to do that. So that was early days, but yeah, beautiful big sausage. I might even cut it in half and do 2, but I don't see the point. May as well just do one big one and then it's done, and it will shrink when it cooks anyway to about probably that big. Look at that. I tried the shell tip, it was too slow of opening the pistachio, so I've literally like exfoliated my thumb. Christmas injuries for this many pistachios. So now I'm going to make the stuffing for the turkey, and I'm watching Lydia Millen Gordon do her husband and wife shopping trip. Do people really search YouTube for husband and wife shopping, Christmas shopping? Like, do they? Is that a thing? So I've come up with my own version of the turkey breast stuffing. No surprises, if you've been watching me, you know I'm making up my own rules. So I've added the rest of the sage and the pistachios. I'm going to add some cranberries, and it's going to be roughly a cup. I think this will be enough to do 2 of the turkey breast. So
The more the merrier, right? Because turkey's pretty shite meat, in my opinion. Doesn't taste much, so that already looks like Christmas. Then we'll put in some breadcrumbs. And I'll just put in like a half a cup, and we'll see what we need, because I'm now going to put in the pork sausages as the meat instead of spinach. My husband's from a family of meat eaters, and so am I. And so why would we add more greens? We're going to have plenty of greens on the side, but look, that looks pretty festive. And I think the pork sausage will actually help the turkey to be edible, because turkey just seems to be dry and meh meat. I actually like what Michael McIntyre says about turkey at Christmas. He's like, we never eat turkey any other time of the year, and then Christmas comes and we buy turkey, and to make it taste good, we fill it with the meat that we'd prefer to eat. And I think he's onto something there. So I'm not sure how many sausages I will need, so I'll just start putting sausage meat into the stuffing mixture, and then obviously I'll season it with salt and pepper. I might actually add some more of that fennel, because I've got some fennel, the toasted fennel seeds left in the mortar and pestle, so I could put some of those in as well. I'm pretty positive that this sausage meat will make it moist enough, so I don't think I need to add the egg to the stuffing, and I'd probably prefer not, to be honest, because we're not cooking it for a day and a half. And I just don't know about, you know. And I'm just going to season this. Actually, I need to wash my hands and season it, and then I'm going to mix it all together. So weird washing your hands because you're just about to get them dirty again, but you have to wash them because otherwise you get all your other bits and pieces all dirty. So a couple of bits of salt in there, probably some more pepper. And where is this fennel? Just a little bit. It'll just enhance the flavour of the sausage. So I'll put those sausages back in the fridge and we'll get the turkey out. 2 turkey breasts. Maybe I went a bit overboard. So I flipped my board over too, just because, you know, just in cases there's any contamination, I don't want that. So here we go, I'm just going to mush this around now. And yes, the official term is mushing. Let's mush. Pretty. Right, hands are dirty, so let's just do this turkey now. Turkey breasts are stuffed and rolled, and these can be covered and put in the fridge. Wow, what a mission. So yeah, I'm sorted. So Christmas Day, I will just be fluffing about making the potato dish, the asparagus and beetroot salad, and what was the other side that I was making? And roast vegetables. So, whew, I need a drink. It's 11:25. It's noon somewhere, right? So I've decided to have a little lay down because I've got the worst cramps in the world. and I've just been going through some of your comments, and you guys are all so lovely. I'm so thankful for the support on Vlogmas. It's been an investment of not only my time but your time too, to watch along, and yeah, it's really special, so thank you so much for doing that. So Mimi Chateau Chic has asked a couple of questions in the comments, and I thought I'd just answer them here. And one is, what was my first fashion influence, personal or known to me? And I think I've mentioned in a couple of my videos, but my mother's younger sister, who's also my godmother, she was a career woman until she was probably, I don't know, 35. I think she had her first baby, and I'm not sure that she went back to work. I can't remember. I wasn't paying that much attention at that time. But she used to travel around the world, and she had these, I think she was a sales executive, and I remember when the brief time that she lived in our hometown, she had this beautiful little, what I'm going to say vintage, but historic little townhouse in the city. And she had a bedroom, and then in the second bedroom there was just clothes racks and shoes and hats and bags. And I remember walking around it just going, oh my goodness, like, this is what I want to be when I grow up. And it's not that it was her fashion, because I mean, it was all 80s and 90s, but it was the love of fashion and expressing yourself through clothes and accessories and things, and really enjoying that part of life. So yeah, that's the answer to that question. The second question was the first bag that I remember owning, and my school bag. Does that count? I've actually done a bag journey video that I'll link in the description box below. It's quite interesting how I actually found one of the first bags I spent money on, a Guess bag, like real money, and I rebought it, and it's like 20 years old. So I will link that video for you. Mr. Addiction is assisting me in making an Australian favourite. Rumbles. 2 packets of these desiccated coconut, cocoa, rum. Folding in the dry ingredients. He's only making these because it's got rum in it. We're just guessing. Thanks to my Insta friend Kay, you know who you are, for inspiring the rumble recipe. We're just going to go with the flow like you suggested. We've got our coconut biscuit in the bowl. We're making a lot. And then we'll add our condensed milk, full fat as recommended by the woman who's baking twins at the moment over Christmas. Yummy. Okay, there's one tin in. All of it or half? Stop. Put the rum in too. No. Put the rum in.
She's joking.
Free fall? How's this for you, Gwenny? Stop!
Why?
You better start mixing that. It's gonna soak into all those bits.
I'm not.
Oh my god. You think you went overboard last time?
Get the ramen,
I think you did this time too.
Flavour doesn't look so good.
Adults only rumbles. Christmas in the tropics. A thunderstorm in the afternoon. It's about 2:30. Very lovely though. So we've just had some family drop by that I wasn't expecting this afternoon, and so this is where my vlog will finish. It's 5 o'clock and I've got a bit to do, but I am going to see you again tomorrow for a brief vlog, so I'll see you for the last day of Vlogmas. Bye.